I root for the United States, and I'm not scared of them in our group.
At all. At
I'm dead
all.
at
Not
all.
Swung on, hit in the air to right field and deep. It is high. Barkley takes it all the way. Bryant for the win.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of your favorite sports podcast, Shirts vs. Skins, coming at you guys, as Ahmed is showing you right now, episode number 50, reaching a huge landmark. It's been a great ride up until now, and there's so much more to come. But let's just get straight into the episode with today's topics. First, we got the NBA Finals, not over yet, into Game 6 soon, tomorrow. And then we got some footy. We're going to talk more about transfers because it's the transfer season. Started Friday. Go into combat sports, UFC 275, which, I mean, we'll talk about it, but probably the best pay-per-view this year so far. And then finish off with some baseball. Some Subway Series talk right there. Let's dive straight into the NBA. Game 5 just passed. Golden State Warriors taking a 3-2 lead over the Boston Celtics. Andrew Wiggins looking like Maple Jordan in his truest form. I mean, just really impressive all around. Steph Curry, oof. I believe it was that game where he broke his record of most consecutive playoff games scoring a 3. Or I could be shot. Maybe it was a different game. But either way, dreadful
I think the record
performance.
was like 233 straight games that he had a 3.
Yeah.
I think that was both playoffs and
Oh, really?
in the regular season. Yeah,
Damn.
but in the playoffs too, it was like a lot too. So.
Disappointing from his end, but he's still averaging something like 30 points per game. I mean, look, Game 5, I don't know, were you guys surprised? Did you guys see it going any other way than it went?
I mean, go ahead, man.
Not again.
No, I was gonna say, looking at it, game 5 was like granted, in my opinion. I thought going into game 4 was a must win for them if they had any chance of winning the series. Because I feel like if Boston were win both games at at Boston at TD, I think they probably would have ended the series. This game that's coming up in game 6. So that was a must win for them in game 4. Game 5 is granted. I mean, going back to San Fran after getting a big win at Boston, the momentum was on their side. Steph Curry's playing like Steph Curry. A lot of his role players came up. Jordan Poole had a good game. Obviously, we talked about Andrew Wiggins. He's probably been the second best player throughout this finals, and he's living up to probably not living up like fully to the hype that he had coming out of high school. I mean, and college and everything. Everyone's calling him the freaking next LeBron James, but he's definitely playing very, very, very well, and he's definitely vital to them being up at this point in time. So 3-2, we'll see. Maybe they finish it off at Boston. I think this is the first time Boston has lost 2 games in a row for like a couple months now, or just something insane like that. So who knows? Maybe it is over in 6. Maybe Boston are not mentally in it anymore, but they're a tough game. I mean, they're a tough team. I don't want to rule them out because I had them winning the series, and I think they will. We'll talk about it game 6 more, but at this point in time, I think they will win game 6 at Boston, setting up a massive game 7. Probably considering how well the playoffs were this year, at least in my opinion, I think this was a great playoffs. The finals a little iffy. I thought the last 2 games were very, very like entertaining, but a game 7 to cap off this NBA season would be insane. But we'll see though. We'll see. I'm not gonna rule out Steph Curry the way he's been playing. I mean, we talked about it last week about him needing that, finals MVP.
Needs it so
and then
bad.
we'll see. He's definitely the front runner at this point. So we'll see.
Sure. I mean, just in terms of the game 5, I thought Celtics were going to win that game. And then as the game is going, Steph Curry doesn't have a 3. He had 18 points and Celtics lost. I mean, that's that's hard to swallow right there. That's tough right there. So, um, I mean, Game 6 now. I think Boston going back home. That Celtics crowd, it's gonna be crazy. Steph Curry is not gonna play that bad ever again. So, like that was a huge chance right there to go up 3-2, going back to Boston. So, just a huge chance right there. Um, and Andrew Wiggins, bro. Andrew Wiggins has been playing championship basketball all year, really. After the All Star break, I think Jordan Poole got in the way of that. Then these playoffs, bro, the two-way stuff he's doing right there. I mean, he's making it hard for Jason Tatum, and he's still giving you 20 a night, double machine, getting on the rebounds. I mean, Andrew Wiggins, he is the first pick overall, so you can't be surprised about his talent. But I mean, there was always that thing about him. I mean, like, is he a dog? Is he not? But NBA Finals, the biggest stage, he's playing his best basketball. So that's big time stuff right there. Klay Thompson hit some big time shots. Obviously, Game 6, Klay is a real thing. So we got to see if that's next up. But yeah, I mean, Draymond Green played well. So, but again, I go back to Steph Curry doesn't have a three. He goes 0 for 9, finishes with 18 points, and you can't get the job done. I mean, like I thought Tatum played okay. A lot of people are gonna, oh, he has like the most turnovers, all this. I mean, if you watch the game, like he's getting like triple team and stuff like that, and he's making the right pass most of the time. And like honestly, bro, would you pass to Marcus Smart the way he's playing sometimes, especially the end games? I mean, Marcus Smart sometimes is like, it's so ironic that his name is Smart. Like it's just like crazy. He's Marcus fucking moron, bro. Like he's costing games out there for the Celtics, and like it's bro. Like you're a great defender. Obviously sometimes you'll hit open three, but game on the line and stuff, and NBA Finals can't be taking these crazy shots. I thought Jaylen Brown, he's played well so far. He's probably been like after Steph Curry, best player in these NBA Finals. But again, Game 6, gotta handle your business at home. So see what happens.
Yeah, going back to what you said about Jason Tatum, like I've been trashing him a lot, and I love the guy. I think he's a fantastic player, but it's not that he's been playing bad. If you watch the game, regardless of his turnovers and all the fucking air balls and whatnot, he doesn't play bad. But at the same time, this is a superstar. He should be playing really good. He should be matching the best player on the Warriors team, or at the very least the second best. And it felt like he's not even doing that. He's not putting up any production to the point where it's like he's matching Andrew Wiggins or Steph Curry in their biggest. I think last game he had the same issue too, where he wasn't playing up to the standard of the superstar of the Boston Celtics. So, because there's a lot of people who are complaining like, oh, Jason, dude has 96 turnovers, I believe. 96 turnovers in this playoffs. Like, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's the record, and he's gonna hit 100. I'm afraid, especially if it goes to Game 7. So.
No, definitely, I would agree. I mean, I wouldn't say he's playing awful, but when you put him in that standard that people like to talk about him as like he's the next guy up, he's gonna be a top 10 player or future MVP candidate in this league. He's definitely not playing well. I would say he's probably maybe been a negative on the floor for Boston. It sucks. It sucks to say that because I definitely like think he's a great player. Can't really deny that. I mean, you can see what he's been doing throughout his career, his young career. But he's got to play better. He's got to play better. And it's not just him. I think Boston in general need to play better. Especially in crunch time situations. If you look back at Game 4, in the last 5 minutes of that game, when they were up, they should win that game. Him and Jaylen Brown were nowhere to be seen. When you need a big bucket, these guys are bucket getters, and you're not getting that. That's tough. That's tough if you're a Celtics fan, and probably anyone associated with
But the
them.
Celtics have been that bad in the fourth quarter all year, so this is nothing new. They've been that bad
I
all
know.
year.
That's fine, but the spotlight is at its highest now in NBA Finals. You guys got to show up. It's fine for the rest of the season. It's fine during whatever. But now you need to do it. You need to. It's not.
It's pretty upsetting because, like you said, man, it's the fucking finals. What are the chances What are the chances? I mean, Jason Tatum, I don't doubt that he goes to another finals in his career. Jaylen Brown, probably too. Probably the two of them together. But you got players like Al Horford, who is never going to see another final in his career. Probably, if he doesn't win this one.
Probably.
At least in my opinion. And he's not showing up. Like, he showed up, what, game 2 or game 1? I forgot which one. Game one. And then, like, after that, it's just been, he had 2 points game 2. He's just been garbage, especially fucking game 5. He was a non-factor, complete non-factor. You couldn't guess if he was on the floor or not. And then you had, like Ahmed was saying, I love it, Marcus Moron. Fucking, what's he doing? This is the go-to guy on that team. This is the third man. This is essentially the Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. I don't know. I consider Andrew Wiggins the third player on that Warriors team, but you get my point. This is who's supposed to be. Fuck Draymond. Draymond three times fouls out in 5 games in the finals. Like, that's insane, bro.
Draymond, Boston.
Bro, did you see?
I swear they play better when he's off the court. Like, I'm being dead.
Boston?
Being dead.
Or the Warriors?
Did you see?
Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Did you see Draymond Green, bro, following Tatum to his bench, bro? Like, and how is that not a technical foul? That's so annoying. Like,
bro, Draymond Green is the most protected guy in the league when it comes to this technical foul and what he can do and say to referees. There's no one else that's more protected than him. It's insane.
Especially when he's
the shit that he be saying to them. It's fucking, yeah, bro. This guy, calm the fuck down, dude. Like, the shit he be saying is fucking wild, bro. And he doesn't even get texts or anything for that. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Maybe his relationship. Maybe he got fucking the refs like blackmail with him and some shit. Who knows?
I was gonna say, you know what I don't like about that? Because we brought up the benches. What's going on with these benches? Literally, like, dancing on the field.
Oh, standing up.
Mid and standing up. It's fucking annoying. In the beginning of the game, Steph Curry literally threw a pass straight to the bench because he thought, like, there was someone there. It's fucking annoying, man. No, I don't understand. I think it's a super big problem. I think it's a bigger problem. Bro, these dudes, there's videos of fucking Kyle Lowry on the bench for the Miami Heat touching one of the players while he's about to shoot. Like,
okay, now that's definitely an issue. I agree on that.
It happens
often,
they're fucking
celebrating and shit.
They're celebrating, okay, but like, there's motherfuckers on the sideline. Like, Steph Curry is about to shoot a corner 3, and you have either Golden State or Boston Celtics just on him, like, breathing down his neck. Like, you might as well have. I'm pretty sure someone ran the stats with the Kyle Lowry scenario specifically.
They say some foul shit in the corner.
Of course, that's fine. Benches. Say it sitting down, though. Don't stand up and go fucking halfway into the court to say that shit.
Like,
it's annoying.
Touching someone on the court is a problem. I agree on that, but like, bro.
You don't think standing up is annoying? Listen, Kyle Lowry had the highest percentage. It's the same thing with the fans, bro.
It's the same thing with a fan.
The fans too.
The fan is behind you, right? In the corner. They're gonna scream in your.
I know, but
if a fan stands up, they're getting kicked out. If a fan stands up the way
courtside tickets.
Yeah, but they're sitting down. They're not standing up. Mid shot, a fan is not standing up. I promise you, a fan is not standing up, and they'll get kicked out. And the player will look back and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Are, bro.
No, they're not, bro. They're standing up when what's his face is inbounding a pass.
Trae Young's giving them 40.
Yeah, exactly.
When Trae Young's giving them 40, bro, they're standing up, bro. Like sit the fuck down, bro. You guys got fucking smoked by a fucking balding midget, dude. But anyways, let's get back to the.
I just want to go back to the Celtics, though. I think that like a clear blueprint for the Celtics here. Jaylen Brown he has to be the guy, has to get you 25 points. Jason Tatum, if he can get you over 7 or 8 assists that means that he's making the right passes a lot, and that that like it doesn't have fucking 4 or 5 turnovers. I think there's also like a stat when Tatum has more than 8 assists, they're like undefeated, or at least in the playoffs. So, and obviously the bench, bro, for the Celtics, they can't go 7 deep all the time. Like they need guys like guys like Grant Williams, Payne Pritchard, Derek White. Hit some shots, bro. Don't score 20, just hit some big time shots like Derek White was doing before. That's it. I still think the Celtics, like, obviously it's tough now, but Celtics can definitely still win the series. It's, like going back to Boston, I expect them to get the job done in Game 7. Like you said, what a Game 7 that will be with everything on the line. Steph Curry, Finals MVP, Tatum, and the Celtics. Wow, that would be an insane Game 7. But there we go.
Yo, if Andrew Wiggins puts up the performance he had,
Andrew Wiggins,
that Game 5, and Game 7 hits the guy. I saw this on Twitter. Game 7 hits the game winner. Does he win Finals MVP over Steph Curry?
Fucking give it him.
They would definitely give it.
Fucking give it him.
They'll give it to Curry, I think, regardless. But that would be so funny.
They definitely are, but fucking give it. I would for like entertainment purposes, balling, for content reasons, they should give it a fucking Wiggins.
That would be.
But yeah, I think you said it well. I think it's not anything crazy. I think they just need to play better. I think their role players need to play better, and the stars need to play better. And luckily, they have a big Game 6. With the season on the line at home, you should draw energy from the crowd, that big crowd. And if you win that game, going into Game 7 with a little bit of momentum, why the fuck not? I did believe Boston would win this series in 6, but I had no doubt in my mind that this could go to 7. And like I said before, I think that Game 4, was huge for the Warriors to have any chance of winning this series. Because I thought if Boston won, I thought they would have ended it in Game 6. So it's big. So we'll see. They just got to play better, and I trust them to do so.
Oh. Speaking of the Warriors, though, if they do get the job done, that's going to be 4 NBA championships, right? That's going to be 4 NBA championships in the last 8 or 9 years. Steph Curry at the helm. This great team that they have. I mean, all the records too, 73-9. All this stuff. Where do they stand though? All-time dynasty.
I would say that's tough. That's a tough one. You really
keep in mind with that Game 5 win, they passed the Spurs as the trio with the most wins. Most wins in playoffs.
Really?
Which is saying something because that trio was around for
20 seasons,
for a while.
20 consecutive seasons in the playoffs almost.
20-something seasons, yeah. Definitely. That's crazy. Obviously, definitely top 5. If you think they're the best ever, no. I believe the Jordan Bulls are the best dynasty ever. If I had to say the best, not the greatest, but the best to me is the early 2000 Lakers. I think with Kobe and Shaq, that team can match up against anybody ever. I like this Warriors team, but obviously this is a hypothetical, and we're talking about this. Do I think this Warrior team beat the Jordan team? No. Do I think this team beats the late Kobe Shaq Lakers? No. I don't even think they beat, like you mentioned, the Spurs of Tim Duncan, the ones with David Robinson, Manu, with Tony Parker, and even with Kawhi Leonard. And then boys. No,
what happened in 2017 before Kawhi Leonard got injured? They were about to get fucking beat.
I believe.
Let me change the question.
I told people. I believe that. I think before you get it, but I believe that was the first year, right? That was the first year Kevin Durant went to the Warriors where Kawhi Leonard got injured.
I think it was
that Game 1.
The Spurs were up 20 in the third quarter.
Was it? It was the first year KD went? I don't remember.
It was the first year.
It was either the first year or the year right before. But
2017.
I think it was the first year.
Mm-hmm.
I remember telling people, I'm like, I believe the Spurs would beat the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. This is before the season, I said. I said in when they got KD, I'm like, I still believe the Spurs could beat him. But, obviously the whole Zaza.
Bro, they won all those games, right? They won.
that has altered like NBA history.
It did.
Zaza
It changed
Pachulia,
everything.
imagine that.
Changed everything.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. But
Kawhi went to the Raptors. I think because of that. Because if we win a championship, Kawhi doesn't leave.
because of the injury.
Fucking beats the Warriors.
But it was the
breaks up
injury,
the
and then he had
dynasty.
beef with the. Yeah, he got the injury, and then he had beef with the Spurs medical staff, and that ultimately made him go to the Raptors, and the KD hurt, and this. It's crazy. It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
It's just, that's just coming to my mind how crazy that shit really did alter
really
NBA
insane.
history. Fucking insane. Yeah, it is. But yeah. The Warriors dynasty, top 5 in my opinion, definitely not the best though. Maybe not even top 3. Maybe I'm looking at other teams that I'm forgetting. Maybe like the Magic Lakers, or fucking the Boston Celtics, or something like that. But, or even the Miami Heat. Do you consider the Miami Heat, LeBron James, Miami dynasty?
Yeah,
I mean, they probably are, but
They won 2.
they don't
Made
make
it to
top
4
5.
finals.
But they don't make top 5 though.
Ooh.
Lakers, Bulls, Spurs,
Maybe I'm
Warriors. Maybe Miami slips in there 5th.
Yo, that Miami team was good, bro.
Over
Stop
the Magic
it.
Lakers, Larry Bird Celtics, bro. You out of your mind, bro.
Oh, you're right.
I'm all in on my boys.
Lakers,
Nah,
I've completely
fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Miami beats all of them.
No, Miami beats none.
All
of them.
of them.
Which
LeMickey, not even
which
LeMickey, LeSix
team-
God, the best player of all time. That in that period that he was in Miami, LeBron James was the best player of all time. Miami LeBron.
You are.
Give me
are
that
out of your
against
mind,
anybody.
bro. You are
Give
literally
me
out
that
of your
against
mind.
anybody.
You are out of your mind. The
only
best
team
player
that
of all time, right?
Yeah.
The best player of all time got mopped off the court in record
2011.
margin. No. In 2014, when the Spurs spanked him
2014.
in record
Yes, sir.
margin. 2014.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Best
fine.
player of all time.
I
by
can
the way,
counter
right?
that
With
easily.
Dwayne Wade.
Because
With
was
Chris
Dwayne Wade? Okay, fine. Was Dwayne Wade in his prime? Was Dwayne Wade?
Okay, but he was still an all-star. He was still an all-star.
He
still
was
an
not
all-star.
healthy.
He went to Chicago and
He
played
was not
well, bro.
healthy all year. That
That's
year,
not my
2014,
problem,
Dwayne
bro.
Wade was not healthy at all. Now, let's talk about when everybody was at their best. In my opinion, the best team was 2013. I think but at
Ray
their
Allen
prime, the
shot?
best. Yeah, the Ray Allen
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
And
That
the
Spurs team
proved
is
that
one of
they-
the. That's a great fucking team. That
is,
Spurs
man.
team was fucking amazing. But we
Of
still
course,
beat them.
there's no argument. No. First of all, it was a lucky shot. Not a lucky shot. The greatest shot in NBA history, probably, right? And then they proved it next year by wiping the floor, you guys. That you guys were not even close to them. And that's with the best player of all time. With 2 other All-Stars next to him. So stop it, bro. All respect.
In my
in the world.
opinion, the only team that would give us trouble in history is the Kobe Shaq Lakers. Because I remember Roy Hibbert.
You know,
It's like our
what
fucking
would the Bulls do
kryptonite.
to you guys, bro?
The
What would the
Bulls.
Bulls do to you guys, bro? They would sweep you.
Easy smash.
Sweep.
Told Jordan to come outside.
That's
Jordan,
4,
come
bro.
outside.
Bulls would
Out of your
get rid of
mind.
you
And
guys
like, and
in four.
what I was trying to say
there's
is
Knicks
that
teams out
I
there
think
that would beat you, bro.
the year that that big 3, those 3 players, not the best team, but the year the big 3 were at their best was 2011. Them at their best.
And they
I
lost to
think
Dallas.
LeBron was, because we know what happened. Because Dwayne
LeBron.
Wade was easily the best player on that team, right? In that finals, he was averaging like almost 30,
But
and LeMickey fucking
not
sold
even
himself.
close.
Bitch ass, fucking, huh? What do you
No,
say?
I said he was.
Oh, all right.
What are you saying?
I thought you said it. I thought you said that it was
Bro, I said
LeBron.
Dwayne Wade was clearly the
I was
best
about to
player.
fucking go crazy.
No, Dwayne
I
Wade.
was about to bug out on you, bro.
LeBron had 8 points in 4 fourth quarters, bro. Terrible.
He straight shitted himself, bro. He had
yeah.
shit all over the court, bro. It just smelled crazy, man.
Yeah.
Definitely horrible.
That's about it for NBA. I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
left to say. So you guys both think this is going to Game 7?
Nah, honestly, bro, like, I was so positive that the Celtics were going to win that game that now, I mean, if you win 3 straight games in a series, you are the best team. You won that. And the Warriors have a chance to do that, and I think they will.
All right. I think
But
it
I
ends
would
in
love
6.
a Game 7.
I think it
would
ends
love
in
a Game
6
7.
as well. All right. Let's go to Footy talk some transfers because that's all that's really going on right now. Nations League smells like shit. Nah, not really. I just haven't kept up.
Glorified,
Pretty good.
bro. Glorified friendlies, bro. No one
Nah,
gives a shit
I
about them,
disagree
bro.
with you 100%. I think the Nations League is actually a really dope competition, but Hungary spanked England. Look at that. That was fucking. I think that's the only international thing we can talk about.
How about Germany annihilating Italy, bro?
Germany fucking
Hansi
won their
Flick.
first game
Finally.
in 5. So, but
First of all, they were undefeated.
Germany is a great team. Hungary is also a good team, in my opinion. I've been telling people for a while. Smashing
they're a good
England, the biggest home
England.
loss since 1924. Gareth Southgate is such a bad fucking manager, bro. Such a
I
bad
don't.
manager. I am an
You know who
England
he reminds
fan.
me of, though?
Who, Ole?
You know what? He reminds me of Oli so much, bro.
Why?
How
bro?
he survives, because he consistently like survives. He's not a good manager.
At all.
Like he's not at all. But he survives because of the talent on his team. They go deep in tournaments, and then they're like, "Damn, this guy might be the guy." Fucking
He's bad,
sucks.
bro. He's
He's
bad.
awful.
I'm an
He's
England
fucking
fan.
awful, bro.
I'm an England fan, and I can't
Fuck
stand to
England. I
watch
don't
them.
give a fuck.
I don't want. I don't
Listen.
want to watch them until he gets sacked. So
My
it,
God.
it helps that the United States.
But they're not
is
gonna
playing them.
sack him, bro.
They're not.
But you know they're not gonna
Well,
sack
England,
him, bro. Like
England
especially with the World
fans,
Cup.
right? England fan. Listen, I totally agree with you. He's not this amazing manager, who's gonna break down a whole defense with passes and stuff like that's not him. But England haven't been like a top country or like a top soccer team like Germany, like Brazil, like Italy in my lifetime. Honestly, they've always had good players, but they never all put it together. Now they're actually I think in the Euros they were probably like fourth favorite to win it, third favorite. This World Cup they're probably top 4 favorites.
But
Bro,
that also stems from the fact. Did you see their
And I
World
know-
Cup run though? It was bad. The only 2 teams that they beat in regular time, or 3.
The
were
same thing with the
Sweden,
Euros. The same thing with the
Tunisia,
Euros.
and Panama,
Oh,
bro.
who they beat in the Euros, right? Doesn't matter, bro.
Of course it doesn't matter. I agree.
They got the job done.
Wayne
Well,
Rooney at the
got
helm
there.
wins with England.
Oh
the
my
Euros.
goodness.
He wins
You
the
are out
Euros
of your
with
mind,
England,
bro. Out of your mind.
and he goes to the finals in the World Cup. Wayne Rooney at the helm. That's
I
a
think-
guarantee. That's a
I think-
personal guarantee.
He has earned the right to let himself completely fall. Like if they get don't get fucking out of the group stage, boom, bounce, see you later. But he has earned the right. I mean, bro, be happy. Like this is huge for England right now to actually be a real threat to Germany and Italy and Spain and all these teams. This is huge for England, bro.
You're a Germany fan.
So-
Are you scared of England? The answer is
I'm
no.
not a Germany fan, bro. Like I'm an Algerian fan. First of all, I support
but you
Germany because half their team is Bayern Munich.
Okay.
I'm not. Fucking,
Are you scared of
I have a
England?
German flag.
Are you scared of England?
No. I mean, but that's just me. But there's definitely
English trash,
Spanish
Bro.
fans who are scared of.
I root
England.
for the United States, and I'm not scared of them in our group.
At all. At
I'm dead ass.
all.
At
Not
all.
an inch, bro.
I'm not. Because
I'm
I think
ready.
we can sneak something out of them. Like
What sneak, bro?
I'm
I
not
think
scared
we
of
can
them at all.
annihilate
Let alone
them.
being fucking Germany, Spain, France.
Oh, yo, what are
all
you
these
watching,
fucking
then,
teams,
bro? Relax yourself. Relax yourself.
Yeah.
Bro,
Annihilate them.
Tiku,
Real shit.
you're 100%.
Be happy
I
with
don't
a
know about
draw.
annihilate.
You're
Be happy with.
I
a
don't know
draw.
about annihilate.
No, we'll beat
I
them.
don't know about annihilate, but
Bring back home.
England's trash, bro.
I would not be surprised, bro.
The only
They
way.
know, yo, it's not a coincidence. Let me tell you something. It's not a coincidence that since the World Cup draw, they've been playing back. I think
They're
they're scared of the fucking mighty Americans, bro.
Come
The freedom
on.
that's coming their way, bro.
mighty
They're
Americans.
not even
Eagles.
gonna fucking. The mighty Americans, bro. The fucking Eagles are coming. You know those red coats better watch out.
Bro, I just have one question. How
What's
many
up?
times is Costa Rica gonna get a shot to get to the World Cup? Aren't they in
They're in it.
like the CONCACAF? I know, yeah, of course, because they had like a million shots. Bro, I saw them lose in a qualifier like 2 months ago, and now they have a chance against fucking New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah,
I don't
what
understand.
happened was they finished like third
Shout
or
out.
fourth in CONCACAF, and so because of it, they play qualifiers against like
Something like that.
same thing that happened
Bro,
with Peru.
we got we
But
got we got corruption in African football, robbing nations of World Cup berths, and Costa Rica gets multiple shots, multiple cracks. I don't understand.
Shout out.
thank you,
Shout
Ahmed,
out
Don't make
Costa
no
Rica.
because that is an incredible reminder for another question I wanted to ask you guys about football. Before we get into talking about picking a Premier League team and 3 signings we think they should make, Arsene Wenger, I don't know if it was recently or when he said it. I seen it on Instagram. He
Arsene
said
Wenger is a soccer savant, bro.
he's an incredible person, and
Footy.
he said
No, he's definitely smart.
Mbappe, if Mbappe was not raised in France, he would not be the talent that he is, which I agree with 100%. If he was raised in Africa, what is he? From Cameroon, I think Mbappe.
He's Cameroonian and Algerian.
And Algerian, of course, you have to mention it. Look
Sure,
at
bro.
Tiku's face.
Facts. Bro, it's
Anyway,
It's-
if he was raised, we'll just
you
use
cannot
Cameroon.
deny
Okay,
facts, bro.
he's Algerian.
Don't get him started,
Bro,
please.
if-
Don't
if-
get
Okay,
him
he's
bro,
started.
God
Algerian.
forbid he was Albanian. God forbid he was
I'm not
Albanian,
arguing
bro.
against
God
you.
forbid.
I agree he's Algerian. I
But
agree.
we're not like
Okay.
obviously.
Okay.
Bro,
he-
bro,
if
you have like 19 Granit Xhaka jerseys, bro. Relax yourself. bro.
I have a Mario Sadiku fucking jersey, bro, and he scored 1 goal. Fuck out of here in the Euros. That's my guy, bro. Let me pull it out.
The
We'll
only,
fucking find
the
it.
only big time. Goal.
what do you call it?
Yeah, you only
He
get
said
it.
Sorry,
basically he didn't shit on African football. He essentially said that due to lack of development, we're missing out on a lot of Mbappe's, a lot of N'Golo
Corruption.
Kante's, etc., etc. You guys understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And bro,
100%.
if I would have stayed in Algeria,
If
I
Ahmed
couldn't-
would have stayed in Algeria, he'd be cooking it up with Zidane.
bro, can you imagine all the talent in the sports I play, but instead
Algeria
of all the
produces.
talent, I put all that in soccer?
Yeah,
No, I mean,
it's possible. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I think African football is one of the most overlooked. Because half of France's team, more
There's-
than half, that World Cup winning team, is African descent.
Exactly. So
Like-
there's no doubt that Africa has the talent. Probably like honestly, the most talented place. Like bro, you look at it, not just
After
France.
Europe,
England
Athletes.
has England
yeah.
has African players. Germany has African players. Spain has African players.
and
Yeah.
not just
all these
football.
nations.
And not just
No, of
football.
course, but
And
no, I know, of
literally
course,
every-
but like, yeah, but obviously now here, like you look at a lot of these nations, bro, and it just goes back to the point. Like African football is first of all corrupt. It's disgusting how it's run. There's almost like there's no
Yeah.
like nobody even cares about it. Honestly,
Yeah.
obviously the money is it's not even close. It's not even the same thing. You know, when the AFCON is on, only fans of that nation is gonna watch it. When the Euros, the whole world is watching.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even close.
I think it's an issue that, if resolved, I think you have the second biggest powerhouse continent in the world. Because
Without a doubt.
like you said, we've seen the talent. Because you can go on a hypothetical about if you fucking started
Zach Wilson.
started producing football academies in India, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Asia. With those
Australia.
populations, you're bound to fucking grab 1 or 2 fucking world-class players. But we've directly seen Africa produce world-class players. And I'm even willing to say Africa produces better players than South America,
Oh,
arguably.
yeah, whoa.
Overall, as in terms of, yeah, bro, that's not even
I'm
controversial.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's not even
Like, bro,
controversial. I think they definitely do.
African football is the hotbed for talent. Like
Yeah.
it is the spot.
I just think it would be great to see something get fixed there. Whether it be more Africans going to play for their country. You have fucking Joel Matip all of a sudden wants to play. Like
Yep.
you can't
That's a
be
bitch
doing
move.
that.
And I love Joel
It is a
Matip.
bitch move.
That's a bitch move.
I hate it. it's a horrible thing in African football culture
Yeah.
where a player, and it happens in England too. England a lot. It happens in England a lot.
I don't really mind it now. I don't really mind it now because a lot of obviously like this French squad is loaded, so a lot of Algerian dudes coming back to Algeria, and obviously like it's fucking France. You have a chance to play for the World Cup.
Yeah.
But a lot of dudes now coming back to Algeria, so
Good.
I don't really mind it now.
But they should
obviously,
do it
we could have had
consistently.
Zidane, Benzema, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't have fucking players like Matip saying, "I'm not gonna play for you guys." Oh, you made the World Cup. I'm gonna play for you guys. And you have a handful in
that's
England
just
too.
hard.
They start playing for fucking England. They get 0 games and they're like, "All right, I'm gonna move." Like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like you knew you were never getting in Southgate's team. Sorry, you were a better right back than every single right back Gareth Southgate had at one point. And you still didn't play. So what? You're gonna stay on the England team? Like whatever. Go. It was just annoying, and I don't even believe it was an African team that he played for. I think it was a Caribbean team that he was supposed to play for. But
How about Declan Rice
Declan
and Jack
Rice-
Grealish?
with Ireland,
Oh,
yeah, bro, that's
for
another
Ireland.
thing. It's kind of annoying,
doing
and
that?
I think FIFA overlooks it a lot because they want Europe to just be a massive breeding ground of money and fucking finances, and they don't care because Jack Grealish bounced from Ireland to England after like U23s, which is like, what's the cutoff at that point, you know?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, that's weird.
it's whatever.
Yeah,
Just wanted to get that out.
those rules are very, very tricky, and they're very like they're slippery slope in a sense. But going back to about how Africa and stuff, and I think a lot of it has to do outside of football itself, just the way the politics and the cultures in Africa, where there is definitely a lot of talent and potential, but the corruption, especially in like lower economy, like lower nations in the world, where there's talent there and everyone's just trying to use you to make a quick come up and stuff like that. So it's not just like a footballing thing. And like I was saying to Meta, Africa can have produced athletes in all sports in the world, let alone just football itself. So it's
Giannis.
definitely a huge potential big yeah, like look at Nigeria and basketball. Like they could be amazing if the original Nigerians would play for them. So but like I said, it definitely has to do more with stuff outside of football and sports, where it's just it's very unfortunate. And it's not just Africa itself. There's all the nations around the world where corruption is so big there, where it's destroying the potential of it. But yeah, and going back to Wenger's comments, it's not like some people might get offended by that comment, like
He's not trying to.
which to me or to us, it's facts. Like
It
out of
is.
anybody, bro, Arsene Wenger knows what the fuck he's saying.
He's so smart,
Even
bro.
though sometimes I think he is
Own it.
smart, but I think as of recent history, he's kind of said bullshit. Like he was saying about the whole I forgot what he was
really?
saying. But I
Really?
think doesn't he
Bro.
work? I think he works for UEFA now, right?
No, he works
Yeah,
for
yeah,
FIFA.
something like that,
For FIFA.
and-
For FIFA.
For FIFA. And he kind of said
He's
stuff
being
about. I think he
innovative,
said
though.
that he wants the World Cup, but he wants a World Cup like every 2 years or something like that. I
Yeah.
think he said that before.
He's very
And
open
that's-
to exploring a lot of different things.
Which
And
is fine.
I don't think
but
we should
not
cover it in this
everything
episode
works.
because we obviously came up with our topics already, but restructuring football as a whole with 30-minute halves where you stop the clock and all that, I'm open to exploring it, I think
No,
it's
I get it. Innovation is fine. I mean, obviously, I feel like I'm also one of those people that say, "Don't if it ain't broken, don't fix it," type things. But Arsene Wenger has always been like that throughout his whole career in football, and
Yeah.
that's why he's one of the best of all time, one of the biggest minds in this game. So, but like I said, it's a fine to be open to do new things, but there's just some things that are not going to work, and
Yeah.
we can just
of course.
get it there.
Um
I'm just saying, but that's a great point. That's a great point about African football. That
Yeah.
you brought up.
let's get into our transfer talk. So, what we are going to do is we all chose a Premier League side, and we are all going to state 2 to 3 signings we think that these teams can make to improve their squads. Tiku, you want to go first?
Yeah. Obviously.
I don't know. You waved. I
As
was
an
like,
avid-
I thought.
No, I was just like trying to fix the lighting, whatever.
Oh,
But
okay.
like, what the fuck is this fucking class or something, bro? What are you,
No,
my
I
teacher?
thought you were like, I
Okay.
want to speak, you know. So
No. Nah, I was trying to fix the lighting, but well, obviously, as an avid career mode player and a huge Manchester United fan, I chose United, obviously. Um, it's not anything crazy. Maybe I might throw one to like fuck around with people because this is just like something personally that I would love to do. But as mentioned, United fan number one signing would be Frankie De Jong. I think I kind of touched up upon it a couple episodes or last episode about how I feel like he's the perfect player to bring in this new era, the Ten Hag era, and this new way that we want to try and make transfers and stuff, even though it's a big money signing. But he fits the style, he fits the manager, he just makes sense. And De Jong, obviously, not much to say about him as a player. Fucking amazing player. I think he's a world class talent. I think what he does, there's not many that can do what he does. And getting him from Barcelona and getting him for the price that we could potentially get him for, I think it makes so much sense to bring him on. But second would be my boy Anthony. Anthony from Ajax, another player that makes so much sense.
really,
That might be a little bit of a bias then because I've been a fan of Anthony for a while now. I think when he made his move to Ajax, I looked at this kid. I'm like, there's not many, especially Brazilian players that play like him. Obviously, you have the guys like the Neymars, the fucking Vinicius Juniors, but this guy is joga bonito style. This just an unbelievable player. Obviously, you can make the case that maybe we don't need to go for a winger this summer. But if you're looking at how the striker market is, if we go for a winger to try and counteract not going for a striker, I think Anthony makes so much sense. So much sense. But funny enough, my third one, this might shock you guys, but if we do go for a striker, Southampton Albanian player Armando Broja, my guy, Albanian, born,
Chelsea player
just
though.
make some
Chelsea player.
Chelsea player, but talk to us nice. It's a new era in Chelsea. I think they got rid of what's his name, Abramovich, and all them guys. Maybe they're less likely to do it, but Armando Broja for Manchester United. We need a striker. We need somebody that could come in, and the way he plays, this guy to me is the Albanian Holland. But I mean, there's not many Albanian talents if we're being honest. I mean,
Broja's
unless
good, man.
you're going for like one of those Swiss guys. But Broja just
Broja's
makes
good.
sense. This guy reminds me physical. I think he would fit this Ten Hag system perfectly. But like you said, there's a lot of hurdles to go through to try and get him. And I don't think United are realistically after him. Maybe if he has one more good season at Southampton, maybe Chelsea don't want him. We'll see. But
Don't
Armando
forget,
Broja, that's something that I want to happen. But
bro, honestly, he's a fucking good player at when he's played. I'm
he
surprised
should be Chelsea's number 9.
He should
next season.
especially with Lukaku
Sure.
leaving, but he won't be.
Yeah,
And
he won't.
Tammy
Over.
Abraham comes back from loan.
Over.
Bro, Broja's been killing it in the Premier League. Killing it if you watch how he plays. I don't
And
say
for
that
the
'cause he's
national team.
Albanian. I really don't care. So, yeah, national team, he's the only
No.
good player. I can't stand to watch them.
Yo, straight up,
Yeah.
bias aside, this guy is good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so highly up in him.
Tiku, I'm surprised you didn't say Timber. I'm surprised you didn't say Timber.
I was gonna say him as the second guy, but Anthony's somebody that I that's my guy. Timber I rate a lot. I think if we had like 5, he would 100% be there because I feel like this guy Timber people. I would not be surprised if we play him as a fullback if we do sign him. I think this guy reminds me a lot of Daley Blind when he was at United, going from fullback, going from center back. I think his height might be a problem in a very physical Premier League, but this kid is good. So Timber would have been in there. He's an honorable mention, but Anthony, I had to say his name because that's my guy. Him and Boy are my guys.
Ahmed, you want to go next or should I? Up to you.
For Arsenal, I was gonna do Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. I only want to do this list for one player. If Arsenal can get Yuri Tillman to sign the dotted line and bring him to the Emirates, that's a statement signing, especially after that horrible end to the season. You pair him up with Odegaard and a healthy Thomas Partey, that's a good solid midfield right there.
That's a really good midfield, man.
That's a really good. Yeah, that's a bro. He's really good. Tielemans, like very underrated, honestly, at this point in his career. Playing great, fucking great for Belgium as well right now.
Which is funny because Tillemans was so highly rated when he was at Underlock for a very long time. I think he broke into that first team when he was like 16, 17, 18. And ever since then, everybody was like, damn, this kid is good. And I remember, I think he made that move to Monaco. And he kind of had a bad, wasn't a great best form, but he's definitely made himself a very, very, very good player, especially when he went to Leicester and playing in the Premier League. And he's a great, great player. And that was somebody that I wanted United to get. And if Arsenal get him, that'd be huge for them.
Second fucking player been heavily linked, I think, for like $65 million move. Gabriel Jesus, if they could get him I think this year he's been, you don't like him, Tigu?
I mean, I'm not saying he's absolutely awful. I just don't see how he kind of fits
Helps that
Arsenal
team?
style play. I think obviously considering what they have at striker, he's definitely a positive. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely going to get you goals, but in terms of like the impact that a lot of Arsenal fans are trying to say that he might give to them, I don't see it. I think when you look at a Manchester City team that creates as much chances as they do, he's bound to get all those goals that he gets in it. But his overall play, to me, it's not. I don't know. And when you look at that Arsenal team that's very sit back and defend and counter and stuff like that, it's definitely going to be such a different
They like to
world
have the ball.
for Gabriel Jesus.
A lot.
I get it, but I just don't think they have enough talent to create as much chances as they think they could, or the way Jesus was used to at City.
But he's
and even
not
then,
a number 9.
You could say, but where are Arsenal going to play him then?
No, of course. Like honestly, I can see him in that
play him as a number 9,
like center forward spot. That's why
I mean, I don't know.
like.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad signing. I'm not saying it's a bad signing. I just think when you look at Arsenal fans throughout like social media and stuff like that, they think this guy's going to come in and absolutely change them. I don't really see it, but maybe I'm just an Arsenal hater. So
I don't know about absolutely change them, but I think he will definitely make them better. I think he fits that team. He's still young, and then like a guy that can also go out on the wing.
Was definitely a better signing than fucking getting Valhovic. If I'm saying that.
Who?
The guy who went to Juve.
Valhovic. The guy that went to Juve.
Oh yeah.
Valhovic. Sorry.
What was my third option? I'm gonna be a homer. You know, this guy I think should definitely be playing football next season. He is far from finished. I know. Right now.
Who?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
Corentin Tolisso, I think if you can get him, you know, obviously next season it's not gonna be just England. They're gonna have Europa, so they're gonna like obviously like, you gotta have more depth. And Tolisso can be a guy that can start for them at his best. Tolisso, you know, a good box to box guy. I think you know like his wages are not gonna be crazy. You know, coming off like you know not the greatest year, been pretty injured. I think you know you get him for like you know $85,000 a week. Player like that, you know, he is a solid player with a lot of world class talent at his best. But you know, again, you know, him and Tillemans. I think Xhaka is gonna leave this summer. They also got the kid Zombie like Lokanga or something like that. He's still young. He's still raw. You know, I would have loved if they got Renato Sanchez, but that's not gonna happen.
AC Milan bound.
So AC Milan, that's such a like fucking career move right there. Yeah, I think Tillemans, Jesus, and Tolisso, obviously a lot of other guys, but that's a solid summer, you know, to say, you know, maybe even top 4 if we play like we did for most of the season last year. So up the Gunners, baby.
Tolisso was somebody that I rated highly, especially when he was in Lyon. I thought he was a fucking sensational player. Obviously, his move to Bayern and his time at Bayern has not been the best. I think he's been struggling with a lot of injuries. But do I think he deserves a spot in a big club? Yeah, but I don't think. I think considering where they are right now, especially Arteta, where they are right now, I think it's not. I don't think it's worth the gamble to go for someone like Tolisso, but because let's just say Arteta doesn't get top 4 next season. I mean, at some point, when are they going to look? He's got to go. So I think it's like when you talk about Tillemans, that's a guy. Jesus, that's a guy you go for when you need somebody, and Talisso's not worth the gamble, at least for Arsenal. But I definitely do think Tolisso is a good player when he's healthy, and he deserves playing time at a big European club.
Finish it up, Yoni.
Yeah, so the team I chose was the white side of London, Tottenham. Yeah, Spurs.
Well, you're highly on them, especially next season.
I am. I actually think they are gonna surprisingly win the league.
Win the league,
if they spend their war chest correctly, which they started super strong with the signing of Bissouma, correct? Spurs signed Bissouma, who is a good player.
But
obviously, controversy off the field. We'll see how that works out for them. But other than that, we know they have a great attack. Their midfield isn't too bad, but Conte does like using 5 defenders. So, for my picks, the first pick I have, and of course, coming from the Italian league, Serie A, I have Destiny Udogi. He plays for Udinese. He is a left back. I think that's one of the core places they have to replace. I mean, what's his face is so raw and just such Sessegnon is just so raw and just not there yet. He's a great player with great potential. He's just not there yet, especially if you want to go and win the league. Versus this guy, I mean,
Reguilon, right?
Reguilon's so on and off though. He's so injury prone, and like he's there, but he doesn't play. I think even when he's healthy, I don't think he plays to the level that he needs to. But this guy,
someone that can still go forward though.
Someone that could go forward. This guy, he plays left midfield and left back. He has 5 goals, perfect. 3 assists in 35 appearances, which is pretty fucking good. Yeah, I think he's pretty good. And then on the other side, tell me who's Spurs right back. You guys probably don't even know.
Spurs right back is either Matt Doherty or the guy they got from Barcelona.
Emerson Royale. Yeah.
Which is absolutely
Doherty,
shit. I don't care what any fan says. He is shit.
Doherty is also not good. Not for a Premier League winning team.
But honestly, he played well at the end of the season, so they might trust him.
Maybe. But I think going over to right back, they should sign James Garner's teammate, Jed Spence from Middlesbrough. He was on loan at Nottingham. Right back, 42 appearances in the championship, 5 assists, 2 goals. Plays right mid, right back, mostly right back. Actually, it's dead even right mid, right back. Bro, a championship player coming from a side that just got promoted is always a gamble you should be willing to take, especially considering he was on loan, meaning Middlesbrough have no incentive to keep him. If it was Nottingham Forest, he would have cost more. So I think reinforce that right back position. And then finally, mind you, these are cheap signings, but finally we get to the expensive one. Spurs spend that war chest. Sign. It is Daniel Levy. Sign. Let me get his first name right because I know his last name. Sign Alessandro Bastoni from Inter. Do it. Splurge the cash. Put all your money out there. An Inter center back who's so good on the ball. He's been pretty good this season. I mean, some people say he's trash.
He got killed by Germany though.
Yeah, he did. That's true. But, bro, 3 center backs is Conte's system. He loves doing it. He loves playing it. You need to reinforce that. You need good defense. I think Hugo Lloris is on the tail end of his career. That man is about to, he's falling off. He's not as good as he used to be. So reinforce your center back position. Splurge your cash on this player. He costs probably 60, 70 mil. Whatever. Let it fly. You're not going to find a better player who fits Conte perfectly. An Italian center back from Inter, playmaker, on the ball, just do it. Reinforce the defense, and I think Spurs will fucking win the league next season. Surprisingly.
That would be a great signing, but I think DeVry is, or what's his name? The other center back for Inter?
Skriniar?
DeVry?
DeVry and Skriniar.
No.
DeVry is Skriniar. DeVry is the Dutch guy.
DeVry, I think he's about to go to PSG.
Yeah.
I've seen
No,
him links to them.
Skriniar.
So
Skriniar's
the one that's
PSG.
going to PSG?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to lose two center backs in the same summer. But Bastoni, I mean, Bayern Munich were, kind of looking at him. The price is a little too high right now.
United, too.
He still has to prove himself, at the top level, in my opinion.
True. I just think give Conte an Italian center back and he'll do wonders. Guy's a fucking beast.
Sure.
No, those are three very Conte-like signings. So I definitely see that. I really like the Spence kid. I think that's somebody that I would like United to look at, and they are looking at him. He's very good, but it's also looking like he might be going to Spurs. So he's very good. I like him a lot.
It's funny. A lot of Spurs linked players are also linked to United. So Basuma, fucking Bastoni, Spence.
Well, I mean, bro, United are linked to
Maybe
bro. You know this.
That's true. Not wrong, mate.
Sure.
But yeah, that about does it for footy. I think we got it all in. Ahmed, take us into, I'm going to say it, the best UFC card this year so far. And we were just talking about boxing taking the upper hand on UFC. Maybe the scale is getting balanced,
right,
especially
man.
after this. Especially after this.
And this summer's back. Just before we go there, Lewandowski is about to get a $50 million offer on the table for Bayern Munich. So Yoni, kick rocks.
No, he's not.
Out there in reports. Okay, let's start off with UFC 275. Obviously, Yuri Prochazka versus Glover Teixeira. It was honestly a pretty solid call all around. The started off with a nasty KO. Silviana Juarez gets a huge knockout. Jacob Malkoun beat Brandon Allen. UFC judges are going to destroy this sport. Absolutely disgusting. But what are we doing here? Let's get to the main card. Start off with Jack Della Maddalena. Showed that he can deal with a high-level Russian, wrestler. He got taken down. Didn't freak out. Didn't panic. Got back up. Nasty body shot. KO. Huge win. Prospect on the rise for Australia. So that's a huge fucking win for him. How about Jake Matthews? What a performance. Looking like TJ Dillashaw versus Henan Barrow right there. That was just flawless right there. In and out. Striking looked like it's never looked before. This is a guy.
The chin on him was fucking working too.
Didn't get hit hard really, in my opinion. Too hard. But his, the dude was doing a shoulder roll, bro. Like, Jake Matthews does shoulder rolls now? Like, what? Like, it has been a while now. Like, it's been like a year and a half or 2 years since he last fought. But against a guy who had a lot of hype. This was his fourth fight, Andre Filhau, guy who hasn't been starched yet. Jake Matthews takes all that hype, huge win. Let's get to Wei Li Jing.
Hold up. Let me say something about that Jake Matthews fight. Honestly, bro, fucking boxing clinic. And I just want to say
sensational.
He has a new striking coach. I need to find out who that is so that whenever I make a new bet, that motherfucker, whoever his fucking prospect is, whoever his fighter is, I'm betting on them because that was just a masterclass, bro. I was watching that and I oh my god, man, just joy. The joy on my face seeing such a perfect performance. Perfect.
It was. Wei Li Zhang, Joanna, the second time around. Unfortunately, I love Joanna. We'll get to her in just a second, but I thought that Wei Li was gonna knock her out. Not because Joanna, looked bad in the last fight. Honestly, she probably won that last fight. But Wei Li's active. Wei Li's in there. She has power. She's so she's built different. Wei Li gets a spinning fist knockout. in the second round, puts Joanna out like we've never seen Joanna. I mean, flat on her face, and then obviously she retires after. I mean, you kind of saw it. I mean, even her walking out. I mean, she was very emotional, almost like it was her last time out there. But I mean, you want one of the greatest fighters of all time, not just female, one of the greatest fighters of all time. At her best, she was the scary. I mean, bro, you talk about striking, like she was the person, like always ended with that fucking kick. That's fucking Joanna JJ for you right there. But hard, like sucks to see her go. But I mean, she's got a lot of things going on for her life. You guys want to say something about that fight, or should we just get going?
Joanna, she's retired now. Sucks to see her go. And what a fight, bro. DC said it perfectly. That first round felt like it was round 6 of the last fight. It was good.
What I said, yeah.
It was good, and it was a good way to finish. In a neutral standpoint, fucking spinning back fist. Who the fuck doesn't love to see it?
Yeah. Chico, you want to say something about that fight?
Real quick, but Joanna, obviously Mount Rushmore women fighters of all time, like you said it well. At one point, she was the scariest woman in the women's division and stuff like that. She's a legend. I'm happy. Hopefully, she can enjoy her life now. Like she said, she has stuff that she wants to do. Businesswoman, wants to be a mother and this, that. So I hope everything goes well with that. Weili Zhang, to me, will be the future champion in that division. I think it's just crazy to me how she lost to Rose twice. Definitely insane to me because I think she is a better fighter than Rose. Obviously, the first fight was an unbelievable kick by Rose. Second fight was a little bit. You could say Weili Zhang won that, arguable. But I think Zhang will be the champion in that division. She is the best fighter in that division, and I absolutely love her. So it's gonna be exciting
incredible
to watch her. She looked great. She looked
very
great. She's
strong.
a fucking monster.
Very strong, man.
No, she's definitely like when you look her against.
She's gonna go up one day for sure.
Yeah, definitely at one point of her career. But she gotta take business. She gotta take care of business at her division first.
Speaking of scary woman, let's talk about the co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko, the Bullet. Going into that fight, we didn't show Talia Santos disrespect. I mean, I said it. She's not Lauren fucking Murphy, bro. It's probably gonna go 5 rounds because Talia Santos is very strong, but we did not expect that. I mean, in my opinion, I still haven't watched the fight again. Talia Santos won that fight live, so that's how crazy that fight was. She was too strong for Valentina. I mean, it was almost like power over technique because Valentina was getting her in good spots, but she was just getting overpowered. So Talia Santos, when that eye gets healthy, we need the rematch. It's not every day that someone makes it a hard fight for Valentina. Honestly, this is probably her chance because now Valentina's going to be in the gym every single day and obsessed with it. She's an absolute killer. So that was her best chance. And unfortunately, she did not get the W. So we'll see it in the second time, hopefully. I know, hopefully you guys agreed, that she won the fight, or maybe I mean, bro, I love Valentina.
I had Shevchenko win. I had Shevchenko winning that fight at that point. I thought you won 3-2. I mean, listen, there's no
again.
Yeah,
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it again.
I can just
don't get me wrong. I mean, it was a very, very close fight. I think it also depends on how people or the judges themselves score fights. I think the takedown and control on the ground was definitely on to Santos' favor. But I feel like if you're not doing anything to put some pain on her, put some damage on her, to me, I thought Shevchenko, even when she was down, she was getting good punches on her face and hard ones. In my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I think
exactly the same for Santos, and you scored it for Shevchenko.
For Shevchenko.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it depends. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Ground control, being on top and not letting her do anything. Go ahead, Ahmed. I know what you're going to say.
There was a 49-46 in there, bro.
That's
what the
fucking
fuck are we
insane.
Doing, bro? Bro,
that's definitely insane.
Dana White or someone has to go to these judges before every fight card and be like, "Yo, this is not a basketball game that or a baseball game that tomorrow they get to do it again. This is their livelihood. 6 months of hard training, and you're gonna fuck it up because you don't know what you're watching, and you get paid. You get paid to sit there and watch these amazing fighters do their job, and you keep fucking it up. What are we doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's 49-46 for Valentina. Bro, and I love Valentina. I love her. But that's so disrespectful. Not only to Talia, but to every fighter. Because now it's like, what the hell do I gotta do to even get around, bro? That's
this
so...
is becoming a disturbing trend in UFC for the last couple years. Like before, people would say, "Damn, you know, the scoring's pretty good." You don't really see like crazy robberies here and there, but now it's becoming like regular that there's really bad decisions and scorecards from the judges. Now, obviously, I know we've talked about it before. I think MMA judges are the same people that score boxing fights, so that within itself and in the way they score fights, it's kind of weird too. I think that's something that I think that's something that MMA needs to really look at and try and talk to the commission or whatever to try and get their own scoring system. Because I have had discussions with a lot of people that, you know, I tell you this all the time. Like, obviously, this is not the case for this fight. I think there was. I mean, you can argue. I think draws. I think I have no problem with draws in MMA. Yeah. I really don't.
It would be hard to make a draw because bro, it's that 9-9 is so like they're told to never do a 9-9 unless you absolutely have to.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like the scoring system is just weird. It's weird.
I agree with
you. But
yeah, I mean,
you know, bro, it is what it is.
Like, what is a 10-8? You know, like what is a 10-8?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know.
There's not a specific rule book criteria to how scoring should be.
Like
so
an
in my
exact
opinion,
amount of strikes.
Just in my opinion, completely try and just do it over. But I don't know. That's up to UFC or MMA or the commission or whatever that. But yeah, that fight, and also, dude, bad scores. The judges need to be like handled, bro. Like kick him out of like the next card, or give him like a fine or suspension or something, dude.
It's literally the same dudes every single time, bro.
Straight up, like they can't be. I don't know, man. We're not in that position to have any real change to it. So, but it was definitely very, very. And I'm a Shevchenko fan, and I'm a guy that thought Shevchenko won that fight. That scorecard was absolutely disgusting.
Clemens Werner is the 75-year-old.
Honestly, I never. Why would
maybe that's not the right person, but that's the person.
I'll put him to a table. Yeah, I put him to a table.
Why do we have, bro? Dude's about to have a stroke, and he's calling UFC fights. But what are we doing here? All right, let's get to the big boys, the main event. What a fight! What a fight! The fact that it went 5 rounds is absolutely insane. The fact that it ended like it did is absolutely insane. 20,000 plus 20,000 odds, crazy.
Really?
Yuri Prochazka versus in the 5th round at least.
Submission in the 5th round by Jerry. Wow. It was like plus 20,000 something, right?
God,
fucking mad, bro.
And someone hit. You know what's crazy? Someone 100% hit on that. Just saying. A lot of people hit. Degenerate. Definitely was drunk as fuck. Like, yo, let me put fucking $100 on Jerry fucking submission 5th round.
Bro, somebody put 50 cents 100%. And won 250 pounds.
Yeah,
I promise you, they just did not come out. Some fucking DG did it, bro.
For sure.
What a fight, though. Going into this fight, I said that it's not a matter of if, but when Glover takes him down, will Yuri be able to get up? And not only did he get up, but he got up in the 1st round. You know, when Glover is at his absolute best and his absolute, that's when he's the most fresh. And he got up right there. 2nd round, I gave it to Yuri. He started to really take over standing wise. I mean, Glover to share the fact that you're 42 years old and you're absorbing some of these shots. is nothing but will right there. You know, he's telling himself, I will not go down. I'm not going down today. You know, Yuri, most of those shots are gonna break someone's nose. You know,
Took 7 straight in the face in the second round. 7 straight in the face, clean, bro, clean hits, bow, 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 and dude, I thought he was dead. And because for a second he stopped moving, and then all of a sudden.
Honestly, bro, I can't remember a fight that it was so, like, 1 second it's Glover on top, about to finish the fight, and then Yuri just reverses him, and then he's on top. It was absolute madness. Like I said, bro, this should be an annual fight. This is the perfect fight right there. It's a striker versus a grappler. It's two guys who are willing to take pain just to get the job done. And how would end? I mean, first of all, how about that? I think fourth round, Glover lands a big right hand, and Yuri's on the fences, and he goes for a guillotine. You know, those are the things that Glover's gonna sit back and watch right there and be like, damn, you know, I had him absolutely rocked out on his feet, and I went for the guillotine. And then Yuri again goes back to the point, finds a way to get up. You know, it's absolutely insane. 5th round, Glover is on top. Before you know it, you know, you blink. Yuri gets that back, and he puts in this nasty choke. Like, there's an actual name for that when you do it like that. Like you know, there's like bulldog, but this it was like a crank. It was absolutely nasty. And honestly, nobody, bro, like when I was watching the fight, I didn't even know that Glover tapped until Yuri just walked away.
Yeah,
I thought he went out or something. Yeah. That was madness. The fact that it ended like that.
You know what's funny?
Yuri getting second sub ever. Good.
Nah, finish, and then when I'll get into.
Not again, yeah.
I was gonna say, man.
That's pretty much it.
As that was happening, bro, because I think right before that, Yuri got a close to a choke, but he didn't fully have it. Like, I think Glover put his arm in, and I was watching it, and I was like, it would be so funny if out of all ways for this fight to finish, Yuri subs Glover to Sierra, bro. That would be such a funny way to end it. Literally a minute before it happened. And then not that I'm saying I thought it would happen. No way in hell did I think it would happen. I just thought in my head it would be the funniest way to finish a absolute wild fight. And then it happens, and I just started dying laughing, bro. I started dying laughing because I was like, there's no fucking way that the most unlikely scenario became the scenario. It was just an insane way to end the fight. Absolutely insane. A fucking 5 rounds of pure entertainment. And it sucked because you would love for that to go the whole distance and fucking take it to the judges, but can't complain.
And Tiku, I'm going to set you up here. Yuri finally gets the job done, obviously. There's a guy out there that I know you want to see him against. There's a couple guys at that division that he can still fight. But Yuri, being the absolute psycho and the style matchup it would present, this is not a guy who even looks to engage in wrestling. He's in there to stand up and do one thing, knock you out. Why is the fight that fight? Let's hear it.
So, before I get into it, I said it last episode. I'm like, guys, if Yuri wins, I have somebody that makes so much sense. And you obviously you gave me a nice little introduction there, but that guy would be Israel Adesanya.
Wow.
Trying to redeem himself at light heavyweight. And like Ahmed said, the style, the matchup, Jiri,
the storyline,
heavy hitter, the thing, Adesanya, the counter puncher, both of them, the samurai versus the ninja. Oh my God! What are we doing here?
The last style bender versus the last samurai. Bro? Samurai. They gotta put that on a poster, bro.
Dana White, do you hear this promo? If this fight happens, just post this as the promo before the fight. Just post this as the promo. Because you guys are getting me excited right now. You guys are getting me super excited.
I'm taking a matchmaker Ahmed, and I just felt like this fight needs to be like
in a special place as well.
100%. Bro, fucking
New Jersey.
If they fucking.
Oh.
Bro, I don't know, but dude, like, bro,
Cleveland,
Japan would
Ohio,
make so
baby.
much sense.
Japan
Oh,
would be
Japan.
Bro,
fire.
Japan. I don't know if
Bro,
they've ever
stop
had
right
a
there, stop
UFC
right there.
event.
Japan.
Set it
No,
up.
no, they haven't.
Have
Actually,
they ever
no,
had
they
a
have. They
UFC
have.
in Japan? When?
The
Like, I don't
Super
know.
Saitama Arena, bro. They have multiple there. Japan makes so much sense.
Bro, Japan makes so
Oh.
much
bro,
sense.
Stop
that's
it.
the spot, the home
What
of the
are we
anime,
doing
bro.
here?
I'm getting excited.
Home of
right now,
anime,
man.
pride. Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Wow, yeah,
Yo,
let's
Dana,
go.
talk to us nice, bro. We know this shit. This is what we do. Ahmed, I know it took a little bit
That's a
from
great
the
shout,
matchmaking,
bro.
Ahmed,
No, no.
but this
That's
is something
great
that
shout, bro.
I've thought about for a very long time. I remember as soon as Glover won, and I'm like, Jiri got next. Yo, because I've always said it. I think Adesanya is running fucking triple backflips, triple laps against these fucking guys at his division. And he was always gonna go back to light heavyweight and try and get that belt. And it just makes sense with him against Jiri. But you also said that in that division light heavyweight, there's still guys there that Jiri might fight. You never know, he might fight fucking Glover again. You never know. But that's somebody I wanted. That's a great fight. Adesanya, Jiri, that's something. But going to this fight itself, honestly, man, that might have been the best fight ever. If I'm being dead ass.
Ever?
Ever. In my opinion, that might be the best fight ever.
In its
When
own
you look at the
special way,
back and forth.
it was like in its own special way, it's definitely a fight that you will always remember. So I don't know about the greatest fight of all time, but
maybe I'm a little bit of a prisoner of the
that fight.
moment. Maybe I'm a little bit prisoner of the moment, but when you look at like the back and forth, like you said, bro, it's looking like Jiri might knock him out. Then Glover gets the takedown. Then Jiri reverses. Then Glover reverses. Then Glover's about to knock him out. And then Jiri knocks him out. And then at the last seconds, Glover's probably winning that fight, that round. He's winning that fight. And Jiri fucking submits Glover Teixeira, who I said was a top 10 grappler in the fucking division, who people were saying, oh, if fucking Glover takes Jiri to the ground, it's fucking over then and there. And he submits him in the 5th round when he's losing. He was. And I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of the times that he got fucking fucked up on the ground was because Jiri was being a fucking idiot. And he was being an idiot throughout the whole fight. But listen, we know this. This is Jiri Prohaska. He's a reckless motherfucker. He's an entertaining motherfucker. But yet so fucking dumb. No IQ. It kills me. It kills me. But I'm happy he got the belt. It sucks for Glover because I think he was winning that fight. I thought it was closer than what people did think. I think I had it 2-2 going to the last round.
All four of us had it as a straight draw going into the 5th.
I'm not gonna lie.
The first 4 rounds were a draw.
I had no idea how to judge that fight. I was just watching it, but
it was tough.
there's no other way than it's 2-2 going into that because with that kind of fight.
It was definitely a very, very tough fight to judge.
A lot of people though are saying that, it was 2 bad performances that made it a great fight. Like these guys did not perform. Like Yuri even said it. He goes, that was probably like one of my worst performances.
No.
Glover, you don't see him taking an absolute beating standing like that. But
I don't agree whatsoever.
What do you think about that?
Because no, I don't agree. Because you cannot say it's a bad performance when the reality is you're doing your best against a really tough opponent. And that's just what it was. I think and to add to what Tico was saying, bro. in terms of the greatest fight of all time, bro, you can argue we saw everything in that fight. Everything. Like every single thing in MMA. We saw multiple chokeholds, submission attempts, fucking straight fist flying, jiu-jitsu. Everything was involved in that fight. So as an MMA fight, as a pure MMA fight, it definitely ranks up there. Greatest of all time, I don't know. I don't know the classics, but in recent memory, fuck, man, that'd be hard to argue. And you can't say it was 2 bad performers and that's why it was good. No, it was 2 absolutely incredible performers performing so well that for 5 seconds you had your opponent looking bad, and then for 5 seconds your opponent had you looking bad because you were each doing such a good job. Anybody else, I think you pin any 2 of those against anyone else, and they lose round one. Not anyone else, but take fucking rank 3 and up in the light heavyweight division.
Yuri was walking through dudes.
Exactly.
Top 5 dudes.
100%. That was just a testament to how good these guys were. I think it's the opposite of what people were saying. So good. Absolutely. Such a great fight, man.
For sure.
Would I agree with the statement that it was bad performances? No, but I definitely think there was bad moments from each guy. Obviously, you kind of touched upon, Glover's when he rocked him and he had the guillotine and he,
So stupid,
you can say he didn't need to go for the guillotine. You could have just beat him up. There's also a lot of other moments that you could say Glover and then when you look at Jiri's performance, I mean, dude, I think he could have easily won this fight, if I'm being honest. Obviously, I kind of said round 1 KO. That was kind of tough because I think Glover showed a lot more toughness than I really thought he would give, especially at his age, especially finally achieving that goal of being a champion, and then he's like, let me just rest now. But clearly he has a different mentality, a championship mentality that Ahmed kind of said it that night. But, definitely bad moments from each guy, but not a bad performance. That was fucking 2 of the top guys at that division, bro. And it was a great fight. I disagree with that statement.
For sure. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. This week though, this fight night, I feel like is very underrated. Not underrated. Like people that know what's up know that this is an absolutely stacked fight night.
Yes, sir.
I won't go crazy on it. I'm gonna just give you some names on who's fighting. Obviously, the main event is an absolute great fight right there at featherweight. This could be maybe like next guy who gets the title shot maybe. So Calvin Kattar versus Josh Emmett at 145. Fantastic fight. Don Cerrone and Joe Lozon finally get that fight going. Tim Means, Kevin Holland. That's gonna be a fun fight right there. A lot of nasty talk definitely gonna be going on. Joaquin Buckley returns. A lot of great fights. Damir.
Oh yep.
Adrian Yanez versus Tony Kelly. There's a lot of. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was that video of the cornerman talking shit about the Brazilians.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he goes.
Yeah.
That was Tony
Dirty
Kelly.
Brazilians?
That was Tony Kelly. Adrian Yanez said, "Bro, let me fight this dude. I'm going to knock him out." Here we go. So there's gonna be a lot of talk. I love fights like that. Real beef.
Little undertone. I like
exactly. Jeremiah Wells returns. I'm keep an eye on. He's not bad. Wells, especially at 170. Danny Chavez, Ramos. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yep. So a very
definitely good
very,
card. Definitely
very
good card.
solid fight night. Yeah.
Very solid. And I think it's starting like, where are they fighting? Aren't
Vegas.
they fighting somewhere in Vegas?
No. They're fighting in
I
the Moody Center.
I thought they were fighting. Well, I thought they were fighting on some other stuff.
Right,
but
Texas,
definitely,
Texas.
definitely watching my guy. Calvin Kattar. That's my guy. If you guys remember that awful prediction where I said he was gonna be Max Holloway, that's gonna be good.
Literally
Kevin
the
Holland,
worst prediction of all time. Guy.
Honestly, definitely up there. I could definitely find other worse ones, but definitely very bad. Obviously the Donald Cerrone, Joe Lozon that we were kind of taken away from could potentially be Donald Cerrone's last fight. I'm obviously rooting for him. Kevin Holland, entertaining as usual. Joaquin Buckley, all the hype about that one knockout. Let's see what he does. Saying he wants to fight fucking Darren Till, and then Hamza almost trying to beat his ass after that. That would be kind of funny. But I don't know if you want to keep talking about this card, but there was also major MMA news coming out today. A very talented fighter that's not gonna. If you want to tell us, Ahmed, I know you're very distraught, as am I.
I think it's just not wasted talent, but just one of the most talented guys in UFC history doesn't even get a chance to fight for the belt. Zabit Magomedsharipov walks away from the game.
No.
Zabit though, I mean, he was next up. He was gonna fight Max Holloway, one of the greatest fights of all time. We all couldn't wait. and he walks away now to, I think,
become a
he's
doctor.
going to pursue, he wants to become a doctor, which just tells you, this guy is one of the best in the world, but he feels like he's not. I mean, it has to be the money, right? I mean, like, you can't just walk away when you're that close.
You think so?
What are we doing, bro? He was ranked number 1. He was supposed to fight. Honestly, I blame a lot of this on fucking
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, bro. There was multiple times, like I think 2 or 3 times, and then he just says no at the last fucking date, and then, bro, you don't understand that these camps take a lot out of fighters, bro.
Yeah,
you can't just be, like last second fights off. That kills a fighter right there, bro. And he had enough. It just, I mean, honestly, I always thought that he was gonna come back, but now that it's like he told the UFC I'm walking away, sucks, man. It's definitely one of the worst things that's happened in all fucking combat sports.
Definitely, it's awful.
It sucks.
It's awful. Definitely does suck. When you look, I've always said I thought Zabit will be a future champion in that division.
Sure.
I think this guy was super, super talented. I think he had a couple hurdles that he needed to get to. I remember that Calvin Kattar his last fight was against Calvin Kattar.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
which
bro. 3 years
is
ago,
fucking insane to me thinking about that.
And Russia.
And oh my god! And then it was like a main event card, and they only had like 3 rounds.
3 rounds. And a lot of people said,
crazy. I think
that was a 5-round fight that Kattar was starting to take over.
Low key. Yeah. That's the thing. His cardio was always an issue, but like when you look at this guy's talent, this guy was fucking different, and it sucks. It definitely does suck. It goes to show. Listen, I don't blame him, bro. Why the fuck do you want to get hit in your fucking face, punch in your face, when you could be a doctor making fucking more money than a lot of these guys are making? So, as a human, as a regular person, I can understand why he's doing that. Maybe that's his real passion, to help people in the medical field. But
he is passionate about that.
It sucks. It sucks. So, and I respect it. Listen, I don't blame people for going for their passions, but as an MMA fan, it sucks.
And automatically overnight he is the toughest doctor on planet Earth. Do not say anything bad to this dude, bro. You get cracked up.
Like, bro, you're not taking your vitamins. Bah! Fucking shut your ass up.
Fucking takedown, spinning kick right there, straight to the jaw. See you later.
There's gonna be dudes waiting in the fucking waiting room with a stomach ache, and he's gonna be like, "Wait your fucking turn."
Our boy Tiku, Arthur Beterbiev, back this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Get the job done. That's what we do, and then hopefully we get Bivol, but we'll see what happens.
Bivol versus Beterbiev. That'd be crazy.
Let's get to. That'll be insane. That'll be insane. Let's get to some baseball. I haven't done a lot of baseball on this podcast, but I've been locked in. I've been very locked in.
Listen, I just want to say something real quick before you guys go crazy with it. New York has a different aura to it right now, and it's directly because of these 2 teams. Like, I am telling you right now, the Mets, the Yankees.
Also, the Rangers did their part.
The Rangers did a lot, absolutely. But the Yankees, the Mets, it feels like New York is getting a championship no matter what this year. No matter what. And it's going to come from either team. It's feeling like that, and I love it. It's the first time.
There's only one team that it would come from. It'll be the Yankees, but
we'll see.
I mean, let's talk about it. 2 best teams in baseball up to this point. I think the Yankees are definitely the best team in baseball. Not even close. I mean, what they're doing, the starting pitching. Who do you want to start with? Cortez, I think, is going to be probably the AL starting fucking all-star pitcher. He's been superb since last year. Under 2 ERA. The worst pitcher on our staff so far is our guy that's worth $300 million, Garrett Cole, and his ERA is 3.33, 6-1 in his starts. Had 1 bad start all year, a pretty terrible start, honestly, pretty scary start, but that's gonna happen. Our closer, Clay Holmes, I'm just watching him right now. Absolutely, he's the best in the world. I mean, he's insane. The fact that we got him from Pittsburgh for nothing overnight. Matt Blake just takes him and makes him this the best closer in baseball. Again, a lot of Yankee fans don't want to give credit to Cashman and Aaron Boone, these guys, but Cashman, a lot of these guys that we got guys like Clay Holmes, Wandy Peralta, Josh Donaldson, for Gary Sanchez and stuff like that. That's just great moves right there. But the man who has been like I've never seen him ball like this, Aaron Judge is by and far the best player in baseball right now. That's what Mike Trout. That's what Mookie Betts out there. That's what everybody else. Right, he is right now at this moment this year. He is so like it's not even close. I mean, he is clearly the MVP right now. 45 wins and 16 losses. I mean, every single time they start off like that, always ends with a World Series. I think, like we're just dominating right now. Like there's nothing wrong. There's always something wrong, but there's really nothing you can complain about because they're winning. Joey Gallo, he's not balling. Aaron Hicks is not balling, but they're winning. They're winning. They're getting hits from Jose Trevino, who they got from Texas, and he was a framer. Now he's hitting home runs. He's gonna be the AL starting catcher. What are we doing? Kyle Higgy, come on, home run stroker. Now he's getting hot again. Like this is a guy that hit 7 home runs in the spring training. He's got it in him. I mean, where else you want to go? DJ LeMay was playing not MVP guy, but he's playing better. Gleyber Torres is back. Bro. Yankees are, you cannot listen. I'm a guy who always been very real with the Yankees. I've backed Cashman a lot when a lot of people say, "Yo, what are you talking about?" He has proven that he is one of the best GMs. He's put out there a World Series team. Yankees now just have to go out there and do it. Obviously, it's still very early, but Yankees right now by and far the best team in baseball, bro. Just a great start right there.
Yeah. You can definitely go through the whole fucking lineup in the team, and you can point out that these guys, everyone's doing their job, and it's clearly showing the way we're playing, the amount of wins that we got at this point. This team is clearly the best team in baseball by far. No one's even close, in my opinion.
Not even close. So far.
I feel like we say this every time. I know it's still early, but this is the fucking year, in my opinion. I think we actually win it this year, and if we don't, barring some crazy fucking injury bug that destroys half of the team or some shit like that, which I would not, considering our luck, I think we do get it done this year. It's very early, don't get me wrong, but when you look at this team, the most balanced Yankees team I've seen in a fucking very long time. And me as an avid, huge Cashman hater, I think he should have been fired last season. Him doubling down on the roster, him making the moves or lack of moves that kind of got me frustrated this past off season. It kind of hurt me, and I didn't really expect. I expected us to be good. I told people I think we're still gonna win that division because the talent on the team is still fucking good. Like, bro, shut your fucking mouth. We're still the best team in that division. But if you want to be like the traditional Yankees and try and fuck everybody up and destroy everybody, you got to make moves. Fine. It's proving to be effective right now to not make those moves. And you have to give credit to Cashman. Carrera?
That's the only guy.
But that's a huge fucking move considering the way he went to the fucking...
For $300 million?
Bro, how much did he go to the Twins for? Bro?
Yeah, for 1 year. 1 year, because he's going to get traded this season.
That's fine.
He's not signing a 1 year contract with the Yankees. I'm sorry, bro.
Down for that.
He's not signing a 1 year contract with the Yankees, bro.
If
he's coming to Yankees, he's getting paid.
Fine.
We're not paying him that
fine.
right now.
Even giving him that much money is fine. And I think I told you, fine, if we're not going to give anybody big money, Aaron Judge has to re-sign.
Done. It's re-signed already. Done. It's done.
Fine.
Done.
So he had to resign. Bring Judge back. Obviously, considering his age and right now, but if we could win a couple World Series while here, it's at his best. Love it. But this team is finally giving help to Giancarlo. Finally giving help to Judge. Judge, easily the best player in baseball. Stop it. And it's looking good. And I, at this moment, very early prediction, I think we will be getting a Subway Series World Series against the other team, the other boys out there in Queens. Those guys, which listen, they got to get the job done. We're gonna be there. we'll be at the World Series, but they got to get the job done because it's not an easy fucking ride for them. There's another team that spends a lot of big money out there in NL that they got to worry about. But you know, I don't think the Mets
right
will
now.
get there.
The Braves can't stop winning.
Yo,
100%.
Aaron Judge is a fucking beast for betting on himself, man.
It's a monster.
Man held out.
He has to do that, bro.
That's
I'm
tough
an
right
MVP right now.
But
you gotta do that, bro. Always bet on yourself.
Yeah, he's a beast for that.
Just one last thing about the Yankees. Anthony Rizzo, again, a guy that Cashman got at the trade deadline, and now he's a top 5 first baseman again. You know, he's balling. You know, hitting home runs, clutch RBIs. Yeah. So again, another guy right there.
It's never against the Rizzo re-signing. Just saying. Obviously, I would have liked Matt Olson or Freddie Freeman, but I was never against the Rizzo signing. I fucking loved him. I love Rizzo, and I love him.
He was born to be a Yankee, bro. Born to be it, exactly. Getting into the Mets though, like the Mets, bro. Honestly, I'm one of those Yankee fans. Like, there's a lot of Yankee fans that just shit on the Mets. I don't really shit on the Mets because there's a clear little brother. Like, why even bother, you know? But now that they got the money, now that they got some good players there, that obviously that big time owner, now that they want to make noise this season, all that hate out the window. The Mets have been the best team, definitely in the NL.
100%.
Best offense so far. I think we look at the fact that DeGrom hasn't even pitched a game this year. Max Scherzer went out early. Chris Bassett has been out. McGill just got back, and they're still over 20 games over 500. Still have a 5-game lead. That's and now all these guys are coming back. That's huge for them. But I think Aaron Judge is balling, and he's balling at a different level. But Pete Alonso is also having a great season. Lindor looks way more comfortable now. He's finally back to that old Cleveland fucking Lindor. But a guy also guys like Brandon Nimmo, he's healthy. That's a good player right there. That's a fucking 900 OPS player right there. And now you're getting back Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom, arguably the 2 best pitchers in baseball. Just dialed in that team, just dropped in that team right there. Mets are going to be fine. Even with the Braves doing all this, I think the Mets will be fine. But once the playoff starts, that's a whole different thing. And, Max has to be fucking healthy, and DeGrom has got to be healthy, because if they're not, I don't trust the Mets ever.
Yeah, they have no trust.
I can't trust
100%.
them. But how about
even when they're healthy?
No, Buck Showalter is a different kind of cat, bro. He won't win a fucking World Series, then maybe, but they won't get embarrassed or something like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's part of those, that old generation of managers. You got to give him credit for that. I think a lot of people, at least Mets fans, weren't really happy with that hiring, but it's proven to be good. I'm not very surprised that and people are saying, oh, what happened if fucking DeGrom and Max Scherzer were healthy? Like, bro, these guys are never healthy. They're never healthy. They're due to be out for a couple.
Has not been healthy.
So it's just that even if they are healthy, the Mets to me are always going to be the Mets. They're always going to maybe find out a way to fucking fuck shit up. But in my opinion, at this point in time of the season, I think they are the favorites to at least go to the World Series and face against us. But
I don't know about the favorites, but they're definitely up there, bro.
Dodgers are there. I think they have to get Dodgers. I think the
Dodgers are okay right now, but once the playoff starts, then they're a whole different team. I can't really think of anybody else in LA right now who's really balling. True. Like, I can't. I think Mets are definitely the best team, but once the playoff starts, it's a whole different thing,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean,
I would love a Subway Series, bro.
You should know that.
I love that.
I would love the face against, because I think that would be easy fucking win for us.
Easy money.
If we get the Intimate, that'd be easy money for us.
Those first 2 games would be tough, but after that, we got them.
Yeah, but we'll see. Very, very early still, but I'm just happy, and I think you only kind of said it. When there's a team that's as good as the Yankees are, there's a different feeling in the city.
Let me ask you a question.
I love it.
Tiku. If the Yankees win 117 games and break the all-time record, but don't make it to the make it to the World Series, but don't win, what kind of season is that?
Failure.
Failure. Because we're the
crazy.
New York Yankees, bro. Different for us, bro.
Okay, let me ask you a counter question. Now, let's just say they do break the record. They don't win a World Series. What happens to Cashman? We know that his contract's running now.
There's no doubt in my opinion that you bring him back. Stop it, bro. Show some respect. And Aaron Boone.
What about Aaron Boone?
Aaron Boone just signed a 3-year contract. He's definitely up to this point, definitely staying. But if they win 117 games and make it to the World Series, no win, obviously, like, most Yankee fans would be like, all right, what's the point? You know, like, I would rather them win 90 games but make it to the World Series and win, obviously. But you win 117 games, you will always be like in the history books and stuff like that. That's crazy stuff right there. But again, Yankees are different.
Would hurt my feelings. Man. Not gonna lie.
Yep. That's it. That's pretty much it, though. Tonight.
That's it for episode number 50, man. Episode number 50, and we got NBA awards soon to come. Some soccer, football awards soon to come. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Bang those out one after the other, and that's it. That about does it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.